Devil Sniper here, and today we're having a little look at episode number 10 of our career mode with Nottingham Forest. And look at that table! The one huge plus for me personally, which I think is a triumph, is our goal difference. We've scored 20, we've conceded 8, which is the best defensive record in the championship, which I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with. I didn't think we'd be doing that well at the back four, but it goes to show if you have faith in your players, they will deliver. And a big thanks has to go to Darla. I mean, the boy has been absolutely legendary. He really has. He is a solid brick wall. Yes, he might have made, maybe one, maybe two errors in the actual season so far, but to be honest with you, he's been solid. And the guys in front of him have been absolutely fantastic. Jamal Lascelles has to get a big shout because he's just been solid as a rock. His tackling has been sublime. His actual play on the ball has been sublime. And speaking of sublime, Lansbury pounces on an error by the Millwall defence, breaks forward, tries to cross the ball into Lafondra, and Lafondra heads it a little bit too close to the Millwall goalkeeper. And it's definitely going to be a tough game. Millwall are a very dogged side, not a side that I actually like to play against. I think they're a little bit dirty, and they're just the general side that I really want to get a victory against for many reasons. And as you can see, Millwall were very dogged, very resilient in the way they defence. They came with a game plan. As most teams that come to the City Ground this season, they've come with a game plan, and that's to condense the areas in the last third for us attacking. And it is frustrating. It really is frustrating. It makes everything so much harder to try and break down. But, I have faith in the boys. We have some very talented players. As Abdoon picks up that ball, for once he's in a bit of space, going towards the 18-yard box. He tries to do the fake shot, and it just doesn't come off. The ball came to Garner. He tried to ping one in, and it was blocked by Millwall. And the same for Varney. He tried to ping it in, and again it was just blocked. But the ball from Lansbury into Lafondra splits the Millwall defence, and Lafondra is not going to miss from that range. Such a simplistic, simple finish, but it was all about the pass that was delivered by Lansbury. What an absolutely sensational pass. Perfectly timed, splits the defence open, and bish, bash, bosh, Lafondra delivers a killer touch. He is in such scintillating form, he really is, and we have to back up with having Coxey on the bench, who is, he may not be in the greatest form in the world, but he's, he does a job. And as you can see, I make some changes. I bring on Coxey, Mayuski, and Patterson, and as you can see, it's Varney getting away from the Millwall defence, and I think he panicked a little bit. It's not as if Varney gets in those sort of positions day in, day out, and you can see that he hesitated. That hesitation allowed the Millwall defender and the keeper to close down the angles, and he couldn't get the shot away. But the one thing that I'm very proud of is not only another clean sheet, but 3 points to go with it, thanks to an Adam Lafondra goal, set up by the man that is absolutely scintillating, Lansbury. He's just been absolutely fantastic. Really loving and enjoying Lansbury at this moment in time. But we're going to go into our next game, which is against Leicester City. A very tough game. One of the games I'm not really looking forward to. Leicester are a very good side. Very good passing side. They attack with such pace. They really do blow you away when they attack, and as you can see, they're sitting second in the table, just behind Wigan. Only 2 defeats all season. That's quite an impressive record compared to ours, to say the least. And I've got to say, for all the preparation work you can put in, you've just got to have faith in your players. Patterson with a beautiful cross. Unfortunately, you can see we're completely outmanned there, going for the header. But Leicester on the attack straight away. Wood with a fantastic opportunity. How he crafted that, I just don't know. It looked like our centre-back had got the better of him. All of a sudden, he comes out with a ball, and he's nearly putting it in the back of the net. It was unbelievable. The referee decides that was a penalty, even though Leicester did score. I've got to say, I feel it was harsh. I felt it was really harsh, but when you see the actual replay, you probably think, to be fair, it is a penalty. He just goes in. I thought he got a touch on the ball. He didn't get that touch on the ball, and that is so crucial. If you're going to make a challenge in the penalty box, for the love of God, make sure you get the ball before the player. It's one of those unfortunate tackles, but Nugent stepped up. Nugent slotted it home for Leicester to give them, unfortunately, a deserved 1-0 lead. They played so well. They were so hard to break down. We had to go down the wings. It was the only option we had. Every time we went through the middle, it was literally just like the gates had shut. They just shut shop up through the middle. They forced us out wide. They've obviously been watching us because they know that our crossing is not the best. It's not technically the best. We've got all the right theories, but our actual distribution for crosses has been quite poor all season. And they've done the right thing. They pushed us out wide. and they made it very difficult. In the second half, again, you can see how they're just closing up shop. They're playing really resilient football and making it extremely difficult for us to actually do anything, which was so frustrating. I put that down to my personal inability to be able to play on Legendary to a decent standard. But I felt, how is this a booking? Lansbury's given as good as he's getting with the Leicester. I think is that Knockhart on the right hand side. He's given as good as he can with Anthony Knockhart, and Lansbury comes away with the book. And I felt that was a really harsh decision by the referee. But Drinkwater for Leicester, breaking into the box, squares it across for Nugent to score his second. And I've got to say, what beautiful football. And I hate having to say that because it really does frustrate me. I feel we're good enough to match and beat teams like Leicester, like Wigan, like Watford. But throughout this season, we just haven't really managed it. And against Leicester, I mean, 2-0 down was bad enough. But we do pull a goal back through Lansbury. Perfectly timed run. In that cam roll, he gets forward like he's playing in a false nine. He's absolutely a revelation. And he scores a goal to boot to bring back some pride. Because, to be honest with you, a 2-1 scoreline flattered us. It absolutely flattered us. Leicester could have taken us to the sword. They were just such a decent side. They were just so much better than us on the day, which was really disappointing. And that's the way the game finished. We slumped to a 2-1 defeat to Leicester. And that's probably why, you know, they're shouting for the title at this moment in time. So we have an opportunity to go and do a wonderful squad report. And my boy Durlow still hasn't gone up. Really disappointed. But my boy Lahai has gone up. And I tell you what, his statistics are really good. I'm surprised Kelvin Wilson hasn't gone up. And he's actually surprisingly bloody brilliant. He really is. Jamal, I can't talk enough about this lad. 20 years old. Absolute revelation for me personally. I feel he's solid as a rock. There's nothing he can't do. I can't wait to see how much he actually grows because he's just such a talent. Jacob Mellis, you know, we got him from Barnsley. We brought him into the side. You know, we didn't pay a lot of money for him, and he's repaying me with the fact that he's really a good footballer, and I'm enjoying seeing him grow. Gazza Gardner is doing really well. Now, he hasn't had as many opportunities to score goals. I really want him to start unleashing that biblical shot that I know he has. And I don't want to play him in a cam role because, to be honest with you, you can't really, you know, move Lansbury out of it because Lansbury is literally making the team tick. His passing is absolutely second to none. It is just absolutely spot on. He hasn't delivered the goals that I'd like him to deliver. You know, 2 goals in 20 games is it's nothing to write home about. It really isn't. You know, he's only got 5 assists. It's nothing to rave about. But I tell you what, if there was a statistic for chances created, he'd be in the high double figures. He really would. He's been such a good player this season. And Lafondra, what can you say? 16 games in the league, 10 goals, 11 in total. The boy is just an animal when it comes to scoring. Coxey, who we know has been playing second fiddle to a degree, he's coming. He has played on the left side, you know, left wing, left midfield. He's played right wing, right midfield. He's played through the middle a couple of times, so he hasn't really had the opportunity to settle in and score goals. But he has scored a couple of goals, which at the end of the day is very important. And I know I can rely on him. If I need someone on that left-hand side to put in a good shift for me, I just have to look at Coxey. It's the same with Mackie. I only have to look at him. If I need someone to put a good shift in, I'll stick him on that side and give him a fantastic opportunity because I know the boy can do the business. Anyway, this episode is coming to an end. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in episode number 11. And hopefully, we can get some positive results.
I used to dream about cars and things, about being a star and things. I thought that I would outgrow this pain. It seems my dream